Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at the new Montage automatic dive watch in the Aurora green color variation. I think it's a pretty cool looking watch, as you can see here. Just a really interesting dial. You have that single domed sapphire crystal giving nice distortions, that beautiful sunburst green dial which starts light at the center and gets darker towards the edges. I think it's a really cool looking watch. It's nice and it has a nice proportion to it. The quality is pretty decent for the $349 price point as well. It has a great movement and most of the specs that we look for in a watch at this price range. Let's take a look at the box. The box is pretty simple. It's just a standard cardboard box with your warranty card. Nothing too crazy, but it definitely gets the job done, and I have no issue with that. Now the Montage Diver is crafted of solid 316L stainless steel all around. It's pretty much all brushed, as you can see, and the case is actually very nicely finished. The brushing is pretty good on this one, as you can see here. And the bracelet is completely brushed, although the brushing on the actual case is a bit better than the actual bracelet. And that's pretty normal from a watch at this price range. You have a pretty standard dive style case here. Brushing over here, signed screw down crown, as you can see. Going to the other side, everything is pretty spot on. Nice coin edged bezel. You see that poking out, the sapphire crystal over there, very nice. Yeah, it comes on this nice oyster style bracelet with screw links, as you can see here. But I think this one is all about the dial, and it's really stunning in person. So anyway, getting into some basic specifications so you can size it out. This watch, in terms of case thickness, you're looking at about 14 millimeters. That's including that crystal. It's about 12.8, just the actual case minus the crystal. So I would say about 12.8 millimeters in terms of case thickness. In terms of actual case diameter, you look at 40 millimeters, which is very nice. Lug to lug, 46, which is very proportionate. Very nice for a 40 millimeter case. I think that's the perfect size. Obviously, it's not a huge watch. If you're into bigger watches, you need to go 42 and up. But yeah, I think you're getting a lot for your money. This one includes the bracelet as well. Inside of this is the Miyota 9015 automatic caliber. That means we will get a ghost date. That's one thing I would change on this watch. It is the ghost date. But if it doesn't bother you, it's okay. A lot of brands do it like that. The crystal is a single domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, which gives really nice distortions on that green, as you can see there. Which is pretty nice. The green is really quite stunning, and this watch will stand out. Now, we do get BGW9 on these nice applied markers, as you can see here, as well as the hands, and everything is pretty neat. I don't see any errors there. Printed automatic 300 meters Montage in black, very simple. But yeah, I think it looks pretty neat. No errors there at all. Now, the case back is actually pretty cool as well. Well, first, let's see how this thing actually functions, right? So we have the Miyota 9015 in here. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this crown. Sorry. Little pop out, no issues there. Give it some juice. Pretty smooth winding. And she should start going. There she goes. Now this movement beats at 4 Hertz like the ETA 2824. Has about a 40-hour power reserve. It hand winds, it hacks as well. And has a very nice smooth sweep to it. It's a Japanese movement made by Citizen, by Miyota. And most of you guys are very familiar with this movement. One position, which is a ghost date, and then your final position, which is hacking. And we can set the time here. 10:10. We screw this back down. There's no issues with the crown. Everything functions very nicely. The bezel itself is actually aluminum brushed, which I thought was kind of different. Everyone's using ceramic now. Why not go back to the original aluminum bezels? And everything does line up perfectly on this one. The bezel action is really good. There basically is no backplay, which is very nice to see. But anyway, the bracelet itself is an oyster style bracelet. It's pretty flexible. I would say it's pretty flexible. It's pretty comfortable as well. As you can see, you do get a screw links on this bracelet, which is very nice, very easy to adjust. Pretty simple clasp signed with Montage. Flips open, 2 buttons here to a milled clasp. Now take a look at the actual case back. As you can see, we have a custom raised anchor with some waves in the background, which I thought was really, really detailed, which I thought was really nice. You get your custom number, 316L stainless steel, 300 meters sapphire crystal. That anchor is really, really, really nice. Solid end links on this bracelet as well. Now the clasp itself has 3 micro adjustments, but these links are not that big and there's a lot of them. As you can see, you're going to be able to fit a big wrist, at least 9 inches, inside this bracelet. So I would not worry about that at all. The brushing is pretty smooth and rounded, the links, so I have no issue with that. I think they did an okay job for this price. Everything closes as it should, snaps down, feels very secure on the wrist. Not too big, kind of blends in with the bracelet, as you can see there, and it kind of stays out of the way, which I do appreciate. Now, the lume on this watch. The lume is pretty good, I must say. So you have BGW9 on these hands and the markers. And, you know, this watch kind of gives me a vintage vibe. The dial gives me a vintage vibe. It's kind of some other higher-end brands that do dials like this. So I think at this price, getting something like this is really, really cool. But anyway, let's check out the lume and we'll see what it's all about. Here is a nice lume shot for you guys, and as you can see, the lume is very potent. It's evenly applied. I'd say the hands look a little bit brighter than the actual markers, but there's a lot more space on there. But it definitely is lume that will last quite a long time. As you can see here, there's no lume on the actual bezel, just the dial. But yeah, definitely pretty good lume. I think it looks very nice, and I think they did a good job on it. I have a 6.5 inch wrist, and the 46 lug-to-lug millimeter diameter definitely fits very nice on my wrist. The bracelet also conforms very nicely. As you can see, those nice distortions coming off of that single domed sapphire crystal with blue anti-reflective coating. You just get a lot of really nice reflections on this watch, especially out in the daylight as well. It's definitely very comfortable. It doesn't pull hair or anything like that. And I think it's a nice look. You know, it's very kind of sporty. And I would say you can wear it with, you know, a suit and tie if you wanted to. There also is a couple other different colorways. I believe there's a blue and a red. The red looks really cool. But this green definitely really struck my eyes at first. I don't know why. The Aurora green is just probably, in my eyes, the best variation they produced. So furthermore, guys, what do I think of the Montage Diver at $349? I think it's a pretty decent deal. I mean, you're getting a nice bracelet, screw link bracelet. You're getting a custom case back, that really wonderful dial, which really brings brings this watch to life, in my honest opinion. Everything's very neat. There are no quality control issues, at least on my end. And I think it's a very reasonable price. The case finishing is very good as well. They definitely put a little more into the case finishing than the bracelet finishing, in my honest opinion there, but it's not like a huge difference. It's not a make or break deal. What could they have done better? At this price point, I don't really know. You know, maybe remove the ghost date, use the non-date movement. It's not a deal breaker for me, to be quite honest. It doesn't really matter for me. But yeah, I think they have some great bezel action. There's good lume on here, Swiss BGW9. And I think altogether it's a very nice package for the money. If you're looking for something really different that you're not going to see on anybody's wrist out there, definitely check one of these out. If you want to pick one of them up, I will drop a link in the description below so you can check them out after this video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this new watch from Montage. I believe they had a couple other watches in the past at some nice prices as well. Not 100% sure. And yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Drop me a comment below. It's always appreciated. And we'll talk more down there. Thanks so much for tuning in once again to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Bye.